Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you to Pulaski County Fiscal Court. We have with us virtually today Magistrate Wildens. Good to see you, Jimmy. Welcome back to court again. Today, I've asked Sheriff-elect Bobby Jones if he'd be kind enough to open us up in the Pledge of Allegiance. If everybody please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll go ahead then and call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda is approval of our minutes from our previous meeting. You all received a copy of those minutes. It would be your pleasure.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Strunk, second by Wilson. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. No old business to discuss right now, but we do have a few items of new business. One was on the agenda. I've got a few others to add to that, but the first item there is first reading of our administrative code. We just needed to make a change to the assistant TAC position that we just hired for this past month. We actually didn't have that position in our code, so we need to amend the code to include that position. So this will be your first reading, and then we'll ask permission to advertise for a second reading.
Motion to advertise for second reading.
Second.
Motion by Strunk, a second by Wilson. There be any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next item then, I've got a request to transfer Donald Wilson. You know him as Junior Wilson. He's wanting to go to the Judicial Center to replace Eddie Ping, who's retiring.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wilson, second by Strunk. Is there any further discussion?
Where's he transferring from?
He's from the park system, wasn't he?
He was in the maintenance.
How long has he been with us?
About 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, not long.
Has it been offered to anybody else? Has it been offered county or to everybody?
No, we don't typically do that.
Is there a way to do that, to make it available for everybody?
We took that out of the code because y'all didn't like having to do that, so.
I think it should be in the code, but that's.
Well, right now, it's just a supervisor's recommendation. He said he wanted to move him over.
And he's wanting to move over.
I've got a question too on that one. He's going to replace Eddie. What's Tony doing?
Tony's there now.
Is he going back?
No, he'll be helping.
He'll be helping Tony. He'll be working with Tony.
What are we doing with Donnie?
Donnie,
He's working at the parks and.
he works that and with Jeff
okay.
Wilson.
I was
in
just-
the parks.
Okay.
We've got a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? And then next, we've been searching to find an interim director for 911. I'd like to put forward to you all that we allow Beverly Haynes to be our interim 911 director.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Strunk. We have a second by Wilson. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
She does know that's just till the first year.
Yeah, I mean, I told her, I
Pay
said,
change.
Mr. Todd would be able to name his director when he got here, but we we need somebody there right now. It's just, need some leadership over there.
Understand.
Right,
I totally agree.
right. Or anybody, are we changing, or is she just gonna be interim director?
Just
No,
interim director.
no pay change, nothing like that during,
You'll probably get the director pay if you hire an interim director.
if she gets hired in as director, but it's interim?
Imagine they make the same salary, wouldn't
I think
We
we
didn't
took
do that in the
out.
road supervisor
We used to many moons ago if you held the job over 2 weeks. But I don't know if that's still in the code.
they? I wouldn't, I mean, personally, I wouldn't do it if I didn't get
Well, I mean,
more pay for
yeah,
more
I get it,
responsibility.
but we've still gotta follow the ad code, am I correct?
Okay, well, we'll look at it.
Look at it, okay.
We voted on that, thank you, all right? Okay. Next then, we'll go to our department reports. We've got a road work request, and I see we do have a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit for Tuggle Road. We need a motion to change or to set that speed limit.
Motion.
Second.
A motion by Ranshaw, second by Turpin. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Then we would ask to approve the rest of the road work request as a whole.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wilson, second by Ranshaw. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? They need to add on there too, we need a request to purchase 3,000 tons of rock.
Motion. Second.
Wilson, second by Strunk. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
Do we need any oil for the total patcher?
We need 5,000 tons of hot mix.
Motion.
Second.
500 ton.
We have a motion by Wilson, second by Ranshaw.
We're talking 500, right? Or 500 ton?
Is it 500? I wrote down 5,000. Sorry. Typo.
That take care of us.
So we have a motion and second to purchase 500 tons of hot mix. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Carries. Yeah, we would have taken a while to go through that. As far as the oil, they didn't ask me to purchase oil, so I don't know. They didn't say anything about that. So maybe they've still got a full tank.
They had like 3,000 gallons or something.
Okay, next then would be our fire. Stacy, you've got a couple things I see.
Last court meeting, we had advertised and open bids for washers and dryers for the parent here for fire departments. Atlantic Emergency Solutions was the only ones that submitted the bid. So they had
Technical difficulties.
Can you repeat that?
Atlantic's Emergency Solutions submitted bids for the washer and dryers for the fire departments. We asked for a bid for 14 units on each. They gave us an option of 2 different washers and 3 different dryers. They all come with, the washers come with 3-year warranty, dryers with 10-year warranty. I took it back to the fire commission, let them look at the specs. They went with the one model that the washers are $125,015.10 is the ones they selected, and that's for 14 units. The dryers that they selected with the 10-year warranty was $87,007.06. And then they gave us some option packages to buy some chemical solutions to go with them, which for 14 5-gallon pails would be $1,659.98. And that would be a total for all 3 of them $213,682.14 for 14 washers and 14 dryers for turnout gear.
I make a motion, we approve the fire commission regulations to approve the bids specified.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw, got a second by Strunk. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
No.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
And then we've got, the KET tire lease agreement is up. That's, I've been working with Mr. Bischoff from KET. I've got the contract. I think I've got a copy of it. And that will carry us back through 10 years again. I think's the limit that they run on that. And that's for our West End repeater that we got, the sheriff department repeaters, the TAC 1 channel, and the county fire system on. Lease agreement for the county fire was $392.28 a year. And Martin had looked at the contract and everything was okay with it.
Motion to approve contract?
Second.
Have a motion by Strunk and a second by Ranshaw. We have any further discussion?
Just one quick question. Does this have a 90-day out on it?
I'm not sure,
Or are
Mark.
we
I'd have to
stuck
look
with
through
this
there.
for 10 years? Martin?
This one?
Yeah. 90-day out if we need it.
No, I think that one, I'm trying to remember, I'm looking 2 or 3 like, that had it for 20 days or years. Let me take, you got yours?
60 days written notice.
Okay.
If you get an additional 5 years, 5 years, and give a 60-day notice prior to the expiration. I don't see an out, though.
Yeah, I think the 60 days was to extend it for another 5. Have language there about,
You know, technology can change in 10 years, so.
well, it's 5 years.
Oh, it's a 5-year?
It's a
Well, you-
5-year with
renew
the
it for
extended 5.
We renewed it
Ah,
for 5
okay.
or canceled it, yeah.
Number 18 on page 5, I think, Martin.
It was, yeah, that's the term of the lease, and it talks about unless it's terminated before the 5 years is up. And it doesn't really have any language in it about how you go about terminating it. But it's at least for no more than 5 years.
Number 19, that second paragraph down there, it talks about it too, about the 60 days. 12 months period.
This is the invoicing. Annual invoicing. Paragraph 20 talks about, if the lessee is unable to occupy the lessor's tower, then you can terminate the lease. But that's
Yeah, it's
supposed to be
number
within
20.
60 days from the date of execution of the lease.
Okay. So it's actually just for 5 years with
It's
a
just
renewal
5 years
for
with
this.
5
5
year
years
renewal.
with the option renewal for
Yep.
5 more without having to do anything else, like
Okay.
an automatic renewal.
Yeah.
Got any more discussion? All in favor then?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion
Majors,
carries.
Majors got the same thing, cause their SO stuff's on there too, so his is renewal too.
Yes, I didn't provide a copy. I brought some copies with me if anybody wanted those, so, because Stacy told me that Amber had already given out those copies to everybody. So Eric basically says the same thing. The only thing on the as far as the invoice, it's showing the annual payment is $2455.90. And what we've normally done in the past is just do a purchase order and send that through to fiscal court. So that's what we've done in the past.
Does that come out of the sheriff's budget or the county budget?
We've always sent it to the fiscal court, and the fiscal court paid it. That's what's always happened. I find no record where we've ever paid it.
Is it in our budget?
There's not a line item for it in our budget.
We've always,
I mean,
okay.
What was the amount on yours annually?
It's, 2455, actually, it's down from what it was. It's 2455.90.
Is that
Motion. Second.
That's something we need to add a line item to, if we're paying it
we can, it can come, we still have,
down the road.
areas in their part of our budget that would, suffice for that.
We've got a motion by Strunk, a second by Wilson. Any more discussion? All in favor?
No.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. And while we're on fire, Brian, would you like to come forward and speak to the court?
Here for Table Fire Department, where we solicited bids for a new fire truck. We received 2 bids out of 8 companies I sent the bid specs to. I had 4 actually contact me directly and say they would bid, but only 2 bidded in the end. One bid was from America's Bravest Equipment Company for our fire apparatus. That bid came in at $518,672. The delivery time on that was, my question in it said 200 calendar days after they received the chassis at the factory, but they don't know when they received the chassis. The other bid was from Atlantic Emergency Solutions on behalf of Boise Mobile Equipment. It came in at $497,114. Their delivery time was 540 to 600 calendar days, or 18 to 20 months. The department reviewed the bids. They both met the bid specs, which the court will approve it. We'd like to go with a bid from Atlantic Emergency Solutions, the cheaper of the 2.
How do you focus this thing?
I make a motion that we approve the bids to send them to the fire commission for a review, since they're in the process of doing equipment.
Also,
Committee.
the proposals both are only valid for 30 days as well, so.
Second.
You were making a motion to accept the bids for review.
To send them to the fire commission for a review.
Have a motion by Ranshaw, and a second by Turpin. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
What about them getting back? He's got 30 days to let them know on this. How long will it take the fire commission to approve this?
When's your next meeting?
When's the
Right
next-
before,
Might have to have a special called.
yeah, they'll have to. The equipment committee's working on other fire trucks and stuff now too, so I don't know. Where's Stacy?
When's the next fire commission meeting, Stacy? Next Wednesday?
Okay. When?
August 15th.
Is it the next equipment committee meeting?
Do we need, can you all wait that way, Ryan?
said, they're working on different trucks.
Can we get the equipment committee together before the next fire commission meeting?
Our next court meeting will be the 16th, so
Yeah.
we could, if you all make a decision at that fire commission meeting, we could.
And I would
Bed court.
assume that they could extend a few days, because working with, excuse me, working with governments, they know how bid processes.
I mean, we're looking at 200 days out and 500, which one are you,
Or 18 to 20 months, basically. I do know that
which one does the fire department recommend?
the BME, the cheaper of the 2 bids, it's
So
from Atlantic
we're-
Emergency Solutions.
We're 600 days out, so that's 2 years out to even get
It's
the
18 to
truck,
20 months,
so.
that's correct. But I do
mean,
know that their fiscal year's in the beginning of November. they're both told me they're looking at a 5 to 10% price increase. So definitely would like to move on that before then.
And when? I'm sorry?
November.
November?
Their
Oh, I'm
fiscal
sure.
starts
Well,
November
that's
1st.
plenty
We
of
got
time. Yeah, on
we
that.
got time.
If that's what the court chooses to do, that's fine with me. We'll go to fiscal, or the fire commission, ask them permission as well.
I'm sure they're getting close to figuring out what trucks we need, right?
They've been around looking at the park.
Yeah.
I know there've been several, I don't know how many though.
We're not actually bidding any trucks.
No, but
We did take a motion second, I don't think we voted, so all in favor of, we did vote for taking this in?
For that.
Okay, I apologize.
Could I go backwards for a minute?
Sure.
Sorry, Ross. Back to the 911 TAC, assistant TAC. I was looking in the administrative code. The only thing I see is on page 46, under pay plan, it says an appointee to a new position shall receive the minimum salary for the class to which the position is allocated. Seems to me to say that
You get to pay.
an interim
She
would
gets
get
a
the pay,
minimum
but
pay for.
that's probably something, if you think that's unclear, that you ought to clarify in the administrative code.
Oh, that's the one for
Beverly.
Beverly going to,
Yeah, intern.
okay.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay, so you're saying then that she should get,
Under the administrative code, yes, under pay
All right.
plan.
Does that need to, just, since it's in the code, it doesn't have to go, it just, since they've already done it, she gets all benefits, that,
Correct.
perfect, that's
But I would suggest that we ought to look at
clarifying it.
clarifying an interim
Yeah.
employee.
It used to be, ouch, it used to be clarified. Do you, I mean,
Remember when we was going through this with Billy Bob and Dennis there, when they was entering?
we did, yeah, yeah.
But the way it's stated now, it seems clear that they get it. If you,
If we're changing the admin
Should
code,
be.
because that's a new
And then,
position.
but they, you know, they, and it needs to be clarified because of the fact that it hasn't been, and I don't want anyone coming back, but no one else has been set as interim. Y'all have never voted anyone else in during that time, so nobody can really come back and say, you know, well, you're doing for one and didn't do for the other. That's the thing that worries me more than any.
I'll have Donita address that then for the
Yes.
second reading.
while we're changing it, can we look into changing the fact that any open position should be notified to all employees of the
If
county?
that's what the,
I think it's
the
fair.
court wishes, but that's something that, you know, you all, I mean, anything can be put in there, it still has to be voted on by the court.
I think any position that the county has should be advertised to the
Advertised.
employees first.
I'm cool with it, because I think you and I discussed that, and it used to be that way, and then it went out for some, but it just goes to, as long as the court votes on it, it's great. You all are the law.
So, since we're making changes.
Pass those along to Donita, and we'll have it in the second reading.
And Martin, as long as they are in by the second reading,
Right.
they're still
Yep.
golden. Okay, just checking. I thought I was right, but I don't want to end up with egg on my face.
Right. Moving along then, let's get Frank up here from Fleet Maintenance, if you would. Didn't have him on the schedule, but he's done some homework for us.
We've got several different quotes on dump trucks and stuff. There's 4 single axle dump trucks available within the next month or so with International. And, but all the other ones that I've found are either gonna be second or third quarter of next year, or they're gonna be, if you buy them used, they're gonna be higher than what we can buy them new for.
We don't want to buy them used then.
Yeah, 'cause I found one, 16 Western Star that was $225,000 for a tandem,
I seen that, yeah.
and we give 169 for triaxles, new. they got 4 single axle international chassis that'll be available in the next month or so for $179,616 a piece.
What about our lease program through KCO? Can we still get 2 there?
We can, it'll be, if, I don't know, they've opened up the order banks. I don't know if we can still get in the first quarter or not.
Yeah. If we can get 2 there, I think we should buy 2 of these and then get 2 of the lease ones.
We can do that.
What do you all think? I mean, if we're getting 4, if we need 4, we need,
I'm okay with buying 2. And when I say buying 2, I mean buying 2.
Purchasing
Not-
outright.
Not financing.
Not
it.
interest only and then sell them and,
Because if we do interest, it's gonna cost us double the amount, probably in interest if we don't.
but he said that also that these single axles, you're saying that they will also go through the KCO lease program? Or no? Okay,
The
that's what I thought.
internationals-
Then I misunderstood yet again.
The internationals
these are
straight
through
out.
international.
Right, because that's another thing you and I talked about, Mark.
Current
And
ones current single axles we got are 15 years old.
Yes.
So if you take 179 divided by 15, your cost is down $10,000 a year, or $11,000 a year to maintain,
Right.
for that vehicle.
The problem is also, we will still, because we don't, I mean, not that, I'm not saying anything that we're not in good financial shape, because we're in great financial shape. But to go out and just say, we're still gonna have to finance, so we're still gonna have some interest.
And when you own those too, Mark, you have a lot of maintenance after 3 or 4 years.
That. But my saying is, whenever we take out a loan, we're paying twice as much in interest for that
Yes.
product.
Absolutely, and I
But if
totally
we have
agree
the
with you.
If we have the cash available, let's just go ahead and buy it, save the interest, and we can buy these other 2 or other equipment down the road.
With the KCO loan program, that has been a good program for the
Take a
court.
loan though.
I know that's what I'm saying. If that was available, you'd go with the financing it.
It's not
Because it'd be KCO, but we can't. So yes, buy these if you would like to, but just know that, maintenance costs will be higher on the back end, considerably higher if you own them.
I mean, what kind of warranty did it come with?
It's 3-year, 36,000 mile, or no, 3-year, 100,000 mile warranty. And the extended warranty is available.
So if we're buying them, the 3 years down the road, if there's major issues, we can,
Yeah.
Agreed, but with the ebb and flow of the money situation, how much did you say that one, the
One is right at 180.
180? So you're looking at $360,000 for 2, and as far as having that,
we got the money, right?
well, we do, we're still paying, we got the money that they took to auction. So
That would cover that, right?
we haven't paid off the other ones yet, which is 500 and something. So we'll have, we could probably pay cash for one, but as far as the others, I mean, we still have that, and then if we get in a bind, what do we do?
If we pay for cash for one, finance the second one, can we pay off that finance at any time?
In most, if you specify that is how you wish to proceed, yes. If the company that you're dealing with allows it, yes, you absolutely can.
We're going to go shopping for the best interest rate, right?
We
Not
can.
necessarily go with their financing. but-
Correct, yes, we can do that, absolutely. It'll mean going through the KCO process all over again, because that's the best interest rates you can find. You can't
I
get,
just want to make sure if we finance this, buy one, finance another one, if there's an opportunity to get out of it and to make sure we are financing it at the lowest interest rate possible.
correct, I'm with you on that.
I'm not a fan of interest, period.
I'm not a
So,
fan of debt, period, but, you've got to have it.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. in a when you deal with roads and large equipments, it's
want the opportunity.
unfortunately inevitable.
I just want the opportunity, because we all know interest rates.
Correct. And I
Are
just
going
don't,
up.
as far as cash on hand, I don't want to get us in a bind either, because you never know, at any moment, we could have, a road could collapse. And you're not, I mean, I know, Mike, you've had to deal with that before, and it was like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna fix it?
So, but I just want to make sure that we have the opportunity. I mean, if we buy one and have
Yeah.
the opportunity to get if we finance the other and have the opportunity to pay it off,
Yeah, I'll get with Frank and we'll go over the finer details of the whole.
okay. I guess I make a motion that we purchase two of them. One purchase and one finance with the opportunity to pay it off at any time.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw, second by Turpin. Have any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And then are we also gonna try to get two on the CAECO?
That's
Nathan, we're trying
already
to get-
in process, right?
Well, I never have given them a PO because you all wanted me to ask them about the cancellation process.
But didn't we already vote on buying two of them already?
Yes, we did. We just need to give him the authorize him to get a PO.
Yep.
Y'all did that too, didn't?
We need to vote on that.
I thought you did.
I thought we did too.
Yeah,
I
you
think
did.
we did.
We just need a PO, yeah.
But
What did you
it's
find
through
out about
CAECO,
the
but not through
cancellation?
CAECO lease.
Do what?
What did you find out
Through
about the
CAECO lease.
cancellation?
These two.
But
these
it's not
two.
the interest only. Is
What
it?
did you find out about the cancellation
Got it.
cost?
So when you offer them a PO,
Yeah.
there's no really backing out of it. That's your
Okay.
intent to buy.
Okay. But if we just do the two, we're gonna need two more anyway.
We're gonna need two more
Down
anyway.
the road anyway.
So we need to go ahead and give them a PO for that.
All right, I can do that.
We got, I don't know if you're done with trucks now or not, but I sent Frank after, to look at a total patcher. And, he thinks he can buy it for around $6,500. I think that'd be a good investment if parts, this one tears up, we got another one, and it is awful cheap. It's just like the one we had, right?
It's the same model. It's got a different engine, but it's the same model.
Yeah.
Did you check it out? Is it
Yeah, we drove over there and
good
looked at it.
shape? or-
Jimmy, I've got to reset you.
So I make a motion, we give him the authority to negotiate with them for $6,500.
We need to wait. He's resetting, Jimmy.
Oh. Give me offline.
It's only got a 40-minute.
Bear with us for a second. We've got to reset Magistrate Wilden. His time's up. Online.
I'm trying to think how I need to write something down and it just went. Is this, just while we're waiting to get Jimmy back, is this exactly like the one we've got now? Okay, not like one of the old ones that didn't really work for us.
He says.
Awesome sauce. Okay, that's what I was just.
We got right now, except a different engine.
And
So
you're
is he-
one, is this just, so we have two running? Okay, not just one, not just a spare for parts and stuff.
We'd have two running. That
Got
way
it,
if one
which we
tore up,
need, we could use 5, but,
Especially at that price. I mean, that's a good price.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
We gave Jimmy back on yet or no?
Are you trying to get him back on? He said in a minute.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you hear us, Jimmy?
There he is.
Say yes.
Yes.
All right, so we've got a motion then by Strunk to allow Frank to negotiate for a used total patcher for $6,500. Do we have a second to that?
Second.
We have a second by Wilson. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Hey, Jason, will you ask him to move his camera down a little bit? We can just see the.
There you
Just a question for Martin. Authorized for the negotiation, like I said, I want to make sure every I's crossed and T's dotted or whatever. If Frank finds said, or negotiates and gets it down, do we need another bid that they can go ahead and purchase it at that time?
I think the motion was to negotiate, but you could pay up to $6,500.
Okay, negotiation for payment also up to $6,500.
And when you go down there, Frank, I'm sure you'll make
Okay.
sure everything works good and all that.
I can do that.
You're the man. Thank you.
I just don't want to get dinged on my audit.
I mean, that's what
All right.
you want, that's
Yeah.
what you wanted.
Yeah,
You
up to
authorized him
65.
Pay 65, but if he can get
Right.
it cheaper than that, then.
We also have been loaning to the City of Eubank Parks Department the use of our Ford pickup truck. The mayor has requested that we sell that truck to him. It's not one of our fleet program, but, you know, I would like to propose to the court. I talked to Frank about it, and he said the value of that truck today is between $12,000 and $14,000. It's what year is that truck?
It's a 2012.
2012. So I was gonna ask the court if we could surplus that truck and then sell that to the City of Eubank for $7,000. What truck is it? It's a Ford F,
It's a
250?
2012 F-350 single cab.
350.
It's one we had over to shop.
F-350. How many miles is that?
70 plus,
70 or 80.
What's the fair market value for that vehicle?
12 to 14 is what he gave me.
Selling it for too low?
Well, it's to help one of our cities out.
Another city.
You know, we've done a lot for all of our parks, and we're trying to help.
We're not.
Yeah, we gotta, I think it's a good idea to help the city out up there. And I'll make a motion, we surplus it.
Second.
We have a motion by Strunk, we got a second by Wilson. We have any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I might
Any
have
opposed?
to put surplus to Eubank.
Motion
That
carries.
motion.
All right,
I got one more thing real quick.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'd like to surplus the W-18 case loader we have over to shop.
Did we already give a replacement for it?
Motion to surplus.
Second.
we have a motion by Strunk, a second by Ranshaw. Any further discussion?
Where are we gonna surplus it at?
I would like to just sell it on Gov Deals. I'd like to just sell it on Gov Deals.
Is that where you think we'll get them?
Put that in the motion,
Those
that way
value for
surplus
it?
it to Gov Deals.
Okay, any further discussion?
That was a case, what? Low.
W-18, yeah. Loader.
All in favor then of surplusing the W-18 case loader to sell on Gov Deals?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else, Frank?
That'll be it.
I've got one more thing while Frank's up there.
All right.
The hot box, what we carry blacktop in to go patch roads, ours is getting in pretty bad shape. And we was looking at buying a new one, and they're like 12.9 and some change right now, but they are gonna go up. So I'd like to, for us to go ahead and buy a new hot box and then surplus our other one. Make a motion that we buy that hot box.
Separate motions.
How much was it?
It was 12.9 and some change, so 13,000. It was 12.9, 965, $13,000.
We first need a motion to surplus the old hot box, and then
Yes.
a motion to purchase new one. So we'll make a motion to surplus.
Make a motion to surplus to Oval.
Second.
Or we want to
Motion by
surplus that one to
Strunk,
gov
second by
deals
Wilson.
too?
Yep.
Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? And then I guess we need a motion to purchase a new.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wilson, second by Strunk to purchase a new hot box. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? That motion carries.
Thank you.
All right, Frank, thank you. Next, we'll move on then to animal shelter. Adam, want to ask the court for permission?
Good morning. Friday, there was an employee put in a 2-week notice. I just need to ask permission to advertise, begin the hiring process of a new employee.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw and second by Strunk. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
Thank you.
Is it a full-time or a part-time that will be,
It'd be full-time.
got it?
Thank y'all.
All right, thank you, Adam. Next, then, we've got a personnel for 911. They're not here to do that, but I will say we would like to make a recommendation to hire Seth McQuarrie as part-time dispatch at 911.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw and second by Strunk. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. And brings us to our jail. I guess jailer just stepped out, didn't he?
Rod Dick will take care of that.
We come in front of y'all this morning to ask for, to place, we want to bid a single axle dump truck that's going to be used, of course, in the inmate work program over there. And it'll be paid for out of program grant money or commissary, Jason. So we would certainly ask for that option.
We got a bid right here.
That's what I said, can we do that?
Can we do this same bid?
I think you probably could.
Oh, it's
It's
gonna be
probably
a different
it's a
type,
different-
it'll be
it's a
different
different
type.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. My bad.
I thought the same thing, no, I was just
Obviously,
ask
we
that.
want one small enough that none of the deputies that use it will have to have CDL license.
Oh, okay,
So
okay, yeah,
that's,
yeah.
you know,
You wanna, like a F-550 or something like
something
that
like
with a dump
that,
bed?
yeah, right.
Yeah, understand.
Motion to advertise for bid for jail.
Second.
We have a motion by Ranshaw and a second by Strunk. Do we have any further discussion?
Like the dump trucks the city's got. City's
Right,
got a bunch
right,
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, with us, it's something, we obviously don't need anything like they've got at the county road department. I mean,
Okay,
you
yeah.
know, so with that, you know, it'd be able to, they can haul some stuff, they need to haul a little bit as far as some mulch and this kind of stuff. And it's still small enough to, and, you know, we're trying to look at this thing, Mike, from the standpoint of it multi-use. So it can, if we need to use it to pull a dump trailer or something, we can, but then at the same time, if we need a small dump truck, we'd have that there.
Good idea, I think. It's awesome, yeah.
Does it come with a snow plow on it?
Yeah, make sure it has
I
snow
don't
plow.
know.
You might have to push snow too.
I know, but
He's
just
thinking ahead.
thinking ahead.
Any further discussion?
Snow will be here before we know it.
All in favor then?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, Rob.
Thank you.
Brings us then to our treasurer's report.
I do have to add one on, but I will do the fund transfers first. I have one fund transfer. It is to the 911 fund from the general fund in the amount of $50,000.
Motion to
Second.
approve transfer.
Motion by Ranshaw, second by Strunk. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Also, I received yesterday, and spoke with also the chief, over at EMS, Steve Eubank, and he sent me the, excuse me, the invoice for one of the ambuli that we are purchasing for EMS. So I have that, it's ready, and he wants to go get it, and he wants to take the check. This is gonna be, this is ARPA money, but I want permission to, send this check with them to get it. It'll be, the ambulance itself, if you take it just on it was $3,352.16. If you recall, in the beginning, we had to pay $59,000 so they would get the chassis. So that leaves a outstanding balance, which I'm asking for permission to write the check and pay this, is $104,352.16.
I make a motion, we go ahead and pay for the ambulance for EMS through ARPA funds.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw, we've got a second by Turpin. Any further discussion? And is that, how many we gonna get total?
I don't, when we did this, he just did one, and I guess because it was gonna be ready, I think, did you all do up to, I think it was up to 4 or 5, okay.
It all
So,
depends on how much money was
Correct.
set aside
Correct.
for the
Yes.
city
yes,
through agreements.
absolutely.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Is that all you have then, Joan?
That's all I have, thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, I'll ask you one more thing here. Our editor of the Commonwealth Journal, Steve Cornelius, is here. Looks like we may have a new employee with us today. Would you care to introduce your?
This is Keegan Harris, and he's staying with Chris today, and he'll be covering fiscal court here in the future.
Keegan Harris. Huh?
No relation.
Keegan Harris. Well, we're glad to have you with us then.
Last name, so we try to hire people.
They wear the same badge.
Put Mr. Harris on it or something like that.
All right, well, thanks for being with us today. If there's no further business, we'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Wilson, and second by Strunk. All in favor? Opposed? Thank you all. We'll see you next time.